nice little presents, God. Let him pray out what's happening.
God, I'm just overwhelmed with your beauty. That you chose us to do this thing. Thank you for getting a hold of my heart. Thank you for getting a hold of all of our hearts.
Yeah.
And speaking this truth to us and empowering us to go do the thing. Thank you that it's not a have to, that it's a get to.
Yes.
And we get to give this transformative love away. And we get to be a dad to the next generation.
Come on.
That we get to be a father and a mother to the people that haven't had that. That we get to be a home to the homeless.
Come on.
And we get to feed the hungry. Thank you for the joy that's welling up in my heart right now, and I have no option but to give that away.
Yeah.
God, thank you that you are so excited and just anticipating our yes, wanting us to fly to be everything you've made us to be, but showing other people how to do that for themselves, God. Because people are going to want what we have, Lord, what you are, what you've given us, God. So just thank you for your excitement, because we want that to be our excitement.
Yeah, God, we just break any expectations and pressures over this class as we move into the season, God, and break any spirit of performance, and that we aren't measuring our level of who we're being based off of what we're doing around us, God, but what you're doing inside of us. And I just pray, God, that we just wake up every day with a humble yes, and we know if we come before you with that we can't miss us, God. And I just pray that peace and comfort over this class right now.
Yes, God.
Papa, I am overwhelmed with so much joy that you are unleashing heaven on earth within each one of us, God.
Yes.
That we no longer have to wait to get to heaven. We no longer have to expect just years of waiting, but Jesus, we get to have it here right now. And we get to unleash that heaven onto each person that we come into contact with. Papa, that is so beautiful, and thank you.
Yes, God.
Thank you for new eyes. Thank you that we can now look at the rain and not see it as a bad thing, but see it as heaven making love to the earth.
Yes. Come on. Yeah. That's my girl right there.
What a privilege. What a privilege it is that we can carry this have stronger backs for the people around us.
Yeah.
What a privilege that we can walk out to the people who are still trying to figure out who you are, so we can be just being able to cover them for the rain and just be the umbrella for them so they can be able to grow more. What a privilege it is that we can take on more of their pain and just take on this spiritual attacks for them. What a privilege.
Yeah, of that, God, just the word that keeps coming to mind is honored. God, truly, I'm so honored. Like, I did nothing to work my way into your plan. I did nothing to earn what you've called me to do, called me to be. I've done nothing to deserve your goodness, but yet you still choose me. You still pursue me. And you still privilege me with the honor of carrying this message, with the honor of being a part of your word, being a part of your plan. The fact that I, Jackson Christ, is part of your plan is insane to me. I've done nothing to deserve this, so I sit in humility and I say thank you for trusting me, even bringing me to this place.
Yeah.
Even bringing me to a place where you turn up the heat and you want me to find healing. You want me to find who I truly am, but mostly who you truly are and who your true heart is. God, thank you so much for bringing me out here. Thank you so much for trusting all of us with this message. It is truly an honor, a humble honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw someone standing in front of a wall, taking a sledgehammer, trying to destroy this wall. but then like when you zoom out, the wall's only actually 5 foot long, and God is just like, let's walk around it. And I feel like that's like a word for like all of you.
That's
or for
such a
us,
good word.
is like to remember to like zoom out and see it for what it is, and not be so close all the time to everything that you're sorry. So
Come on.
I see the side pocket of a huge purse being zipped up, and in that little side pocket is our identity. The zipper has been open our entire lives, just being, anything can fall in and fall out of it, but it's being zipped up right now with Christ inside. And I was like, God, what's the rest of the purse? It's a tiny little bag for the identity. And he said, that's where your inheritance goes. So it's time to go fill it up.
Come on.
Isn't it so cool that he created all this to be like little love notes? Like if this whole thing's a love story and he just wants to get like everyone back, then like us that like know it, he's like written everything that he wants to tell the people in our hearts. And he's like places in plain sight so that people can find us and they get to read our hearts and be like, oh my gosh, I'm loved. That's so cool.
Did you figure that out?
Yeah. Jesus, thank you so much that you write your love all over our hearts and you write other people's identities in our spirit so that we get to speak it into them.
Yeah.
Come on.
Thank you that this whole thing is a big elaborate love story and we get to be a part of it.
It's a love story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And don't let's be afraid of reading those notes either. We want to be read.
While Jonathan was sharing his vision, the word that I heard was pickpocket. And that's what the enemies try to do to us our entire life. With us keeping that zipper open, he's come to rob, steal, and destroy. And God is, got chills. He is a God of redemption, truly. Because there were a lot of things in that purse that could have been innocence. It could have been really just anything. And the enemy has gone after us and robbing, stealing, and destroying what is inside of that. But God has redeemed us and put those things back and showed us, look, this is who you are. This is who I've made you to be. You're my loved creation. Listen to who I say you are that has never left. Listen to the power of my words and not the lies, the wispy lies of the enemy.
Jackson, you're prophesying, man of God.
Yeah.
You're not going backwards, you're prophesying. God just told me he's becoming the prophet right now. You're going to step into India with strength to strength. No longer going back. I like the second half of that verse. What's the second half of that verse? Comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but what? Abundantly, indulgence, extravagance. Is that true?
God, thank you for simplicity. God, thank you that you're not a God of confusion or chaos, but you are a God of order and simplicity. And God, I thank you that you saved me. And I thank you that you saved me from the burden of being the judge or the person of like having to lead people down the right path, God. But instead, you just charge me with becoming and being loved. Like that's literally it, God. You cloak me in your identity. God, you fill me with your character. You called me a child, your child, God. And I have these like giggles in my chest that I don't know how to get out. Because there's just this childlike joy that comes from being kids. And there's this childlike joy of discovery. Like love, it's so simple. And I just get to discover more of you every day, God. I don't have to do anything just by choosing to discover. I get to walk out this beautiful, beautiful life in your kingdom come simply because you've given me your name. Yeah. That's all it is. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, my Lord, my God, my Father, like, I used to make this so complicated. And it's not. It's so simple. And I just thank you, God. I'm overjoyed with how simple
talk today, God was just showing me like how our stories, like whatever they look like in the past, whatever the enemy tried to use against us, that's our sword, y'all. That is the weapon that we get to use against the enemy. The things that he tried to take, the locusts that came and tried to eat those years away, God has given us life and life to the full.
Yeah.
He has given us abundance, 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 abundance. And he is so good. And he has created us to be good. There's nothing in us that is not good because we are created out of goodness. Your story is your sword. So use that to stab the enemy. Use that to bring life. Use that. It is your story.
Unlock prison doors, set the captives free.
Yes, God.
I had an amazing one-on-one with Aubrey. If you guys haven't had a chance to talk to her, just because what Ruby's saying, like that's what Aubrey's story is all about, and like the statement I keep hearing over and over again right now is the people who hurt you the most, the people that you get to love the most.
Come on.
And yeah, that's what we get to do, and I charge us with that.
So how would you praise that out?
Yes. Father, thank you that everything that's happened in our life has served a purpose, God. Thank you for the pain because we see the good, God. I speak a deep love over the people who have wounded us the most, God. Yeah, I just declare that today that we're able to look at friends and families and strangers from far away and close up, God, that we'd be able to love them the most. Because we know that those people need the love the most, God. Our love isn't selfish, it's selfless.
Yes.
In Jesus' name.
We're going to have a conversation. Welcome to a G42 prayer time, afternoon. Kind of typical. A generation that's coming alive to bring kingdom to earth, to bring heaven to earth now. We're not waiting to go to heaven. We're bringing it here. Jamie Lynn, can you come here for a minute? We had an incredible one-on-one to just now. And what the Lord showed me is that Jamie Lynn, just like somebody declared, has been healed. Totally healed. And when she's feeling raw and it's hard and Taylor's in another country and all this stuff is happening, we always go negative, right? We think we're going backwards and we're not. We're stepping into more healing and we're going forward. And we're never going backwards. And so just describe what God did, like in the midst of that time together and what happened.
I don't even know. God is just so good. That's just what I'm overwhelmed with. I'm just like, how much he loves me. Like, I hated him. I was so angry for him sending me here.
You were angry with God sending you to G42.
I was pissed off.
I kind of remember that, yeah.
But now I can't imagine what my life would have been like without it. I mean, like, God still would have met me somewhere, but even in my, rebellion and in my disobedience, he's just like, come on. You don't even know the goodness and the abundant life that I have for you. And the healing and the identity and a wonderful man for you. I was all on the other side of it and I was just pissed off.
And you didn't want to leave your brother.
Didn't want to leave my brother.
Didn't want to leave your brother.
Yeah. Now he's here.
And it was incredible because we talked about, there's been hurts. There's been hurt by men in your life.
Yes.
Over and over.
Yeah.
And when she starts feeling raw or getting down, she immediately says, I don't know if I can trust a man again. And is that the truth?
No.
And even if it was the truth, you're going to be okay. We're fine. Honestly, guys, this we got to. It's like, let's say it's true that she's got this man and he's incredible, but let's say something happened and he failed somehow. And her whole life would have been destroyed before because She didn't trust men. But now, even if that did happen, which it's not going to happen in Jesus' name, but even if it did, she's still going to be okay. Because she's Jamie Lynn. She's a healed, prophetic, beautiful woman of God that's been transformed. And so we go from strength to strength every single time. Right? Is that kind of what, I mean, you came to that. Just sitting there. But it's her fault because she keeps
Bringing up good things.
We're still here. Right?
Yeah. I think it's like that pocket that you just said of identity.
Yeah.
And it's always going back to that. It's sealing it up and being like, this is the woman of God that I know I am.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
And it's okay to get emotional. It's okay to feel those things.
Yeah.
Right? But then we have to rise above those.
Yeah.
Rise above the chaos and speak the authority. And that's what you just did. Like right in front of me. You made a decision and it lifted.
The paper tigers.
The paper tigers. What we make it, what's a 2 becomes an 8 when we allow the paper tigers to lie to us. And that's all they are, is paper tigers, and we just rip them down and go, oh, that's not even real, right? Jeez. And we did, we just took them down physically. And that's what happened. And, oh, by the way, you got a really good man. Taylor, we love you if you're watching. We miss you. Who else wants to just speak to transformation real quick? Like, what's God doing in your heart? And just speak to it. What's up? Come on, Ash, go. What are you doing? You just knew.
I'm no longer a woman defined by my circumstances, but I choose joy in every moment because He has made me alive, and I'm beautiful, and I am loved. And no circumstances, no other person in this world can tell me that because my Father has told me that.
Yeah.
And I'm not in it.
Come on, Ashley.
But you started off here looking for being a woman, and you have turned into a woman. You came here a little girl.
Yeah.
And you are a woman.
I did.
And you started that sentence with, I am a woman.
Yes.
Yeah. You got your power bank. Crazy. She's a woman.
One of the things we talk a lot around here is that we have to take risks and we have to confess immediately. And so somebody said something to me, I don't know if today or yesterday, that they realized the risk that they were going to have to take, and it was such a huge risk. But then they realized there's no other way transformation comes unless I actually take that risk again.
Yeah.
Right? Who said that to me? It was so powerful. Somebody in one of our meetings. And it was like, and it hit my spirit. I'm like, oh my gosh, we just get to keep risking and taking huge risks because that's what keeps our heart open. That's what continues the transformation. Incredible. Anybody else? Morgan's praying her guys. Hey, this generation is fully alive and they are wanting discipled and they're wanting to see the kingdom come to earth. And I'm telling you, there's no greater joy than to enter one of their hearts and become part of it. So we're gonna keep going, but I'm glad you joined us for a little while. God bless. See you later. Say goodbye to the camera.
Bye.
Bye, camera. Bye.